Okay. Well, it's 10 p.m. here in Norway, and it's some other time where you are, maybe. It doesn't matter. It's time for our Wednesday session called the Astral Journey. Um, Sometimes we do an Astral Journey on Wednesday, sometimes we do some energy work. The focus mostly on in these astral journeys is having fun with our consciousness, with our awareness, doing some exploration. But today we do a little bit of a therapeutic session. We are going to look into our future, but we're not going to ask what our future will look like. We are going to try to manifest a different future, a different person. Why are we going to do that? Well, the story goes that on Monday we always do heart brain coherence meditations, a very good self regulating technique for balancing your nervous system and for increasing resilience, boosting immune system. Very great technique, and we utilize it in the transformation meditation group as the basis for all our meditations, basically. Um, but now and then it happens that people who do that session, who do that meditation, um, their emotions that got stuck inside of them, that they hidden, come to the surface. And that can be very unpleasant. You can get very emotional under such sessions. And this happened as well to someone on Monday. So I got a reply, Seb, that meditation didn't go very well. The moment I calmed down my breathing, the moment I dropped my focus on my heart and started to breathe through my heart, I got so sad. All the sad emotions from something that is happening to me came to the surface, and I couldn't get rid of it. I couldn't focus anymore. And that can happen, and actually, it's a good thing. That tells you that you're actually hiding something, isn't it? You're trying to hide some feelings and emotions that you don't want to go through, that you don't want to process. And it turns out I had a little phone conversation with her yesterday that there's something in her family going on. There's a relative there that's being very jealous and uh, saying bad things about her behind her back. So maybe you can relate to that. It's not always, not all family members are very kind, isn't it? But um, the conversation came to a point where she said, well, when there's a family gathering, if there's something to celebrate, we tend to gather with the whole family. And uh, I don't want to go there. I don't want to meet that person. So I'd rather have family gatherings with as few people as possible, and especially not that family member with me as well. So that brought us to the idea, okay, maybe we can turn our Astral Journey session into a bit of a manifestation session, a transformation and manifestation session. So what I told her, well, what we can do is, let's say, imagine yourself going to a family gathering and you know that that family member is there. And instead of thinking, I don't want to be there, I don't want to go there, um, you decide, a strong decision, that you are going there as well, that you're going there and that you will not let yourself be influenced by any negativity your family member comes with. And can you think then how you would be? How would you walk? How would you talk? How would you process, and how would you tolerate everything that's being said that is hurting to you? I mean, you can't, in a family situation, you can't just say, no, I'm not going to that gathering. I'm not going to see my other relatives just because that one person is there. So somehow you have to deal with those situations. So that's something to think about. So you can think about a situation yourself now as well. How do you want to see yourself in the future? Can you come up with a situation you find difficult that you want to that you would wish to handle differently. Doesn't have to be a family member or relative, but when you go to a gathering, but maybe you are very anxious when you have to present something. Can you then imagine yourself standing on a podium with a big screen behind you where you have your presentation? And instead of being worried about everything that can go wrong, can you imagine yourself standing there, very secure, very brave, already knowing what you're going to say? You see people in front of you laughing, smiling, they're interested. You see how interested they are in the topic. Maybe some questions come that you can answer right away. Can you imagine that person that gives a very good presentation? So I can think about many different situations that you would like to handle differently in your future. So that can be something with a family member, a relative. That can be something career related, like a presentation or maybe an exam, something you often think, well, I wish I would be better there. Um, I would do those things differently. So I give you a minute to just think about that. Just think about the situation um, that you think, okay, I want to behave differently here. Yeah. So in the case of a family member, can you imagine yourself opening the door, getting into that house where your family is gathering, yeah, and even smiling towards that person you don't like? Treat that person nicely, kindly, like the way you want to be treated. And just say to yourself, whatever you say behind my back or say something like that, I'm not going to let me be bothered by it anymore. So that's, I think. And if you find it difficult to come up with something, you can also just say, you know what, I'm just going to enjoy the meditation. We're going, with those that were here with me last week, we're going to do the same technique, about the same technique where we go through a door and get into a scene. So maybe you want to do the same thing as last week. Just go into a scene you want to experience and just leave it at that. But for those that want to change something in the future, we go through that door and into the scene. You want to behave differently. You want to be the new version of yourself. Oh, a lot of new people coming in here on Second Life. Welcome to you all. We are about to get started. So find a comfortable position. Make sure you have good enough support. And as you calm down and you have thought about a scene, about your situation in your future you want to deal with differently, and just repeat that a little bit in your mind. So you have set that intention. And let's just start by centering ourselves so we get ready for this session. And we do that by taking a good deep inhale through our nose, filling the lungs with air. And exhale all the way out through your mouth. And as you do that, lower your shoulders, close your eyes, loosen your jaw, and just let the day go. One more time, a nice good deep inhale through your nose. And exhale all the way out through your mouth and feel yourself getting centered. Great. One more time, nice deep inhale through your nose. Exhale through your mouth all the way out. Let the day go. This is your time, your space. Time for self-care. And breathe normally. And also try to breathe a little slower and a little deeper than you usually would do. A little slower and a little deeper. Try a 5-second inhale, 5-second exhale. Or whatever feels comfortable for you, as long as it is slower and deeper than usual. This is just to tell your body that it is in a safe place. And also notice where you feel your breath the most. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your nostrils. Or maybe you feel your breath the most in the back of your throat. Maybe you feel your breath the most in your chest or your tummy. Just notice where you feel your breath the most. And for a moment, put your attention on that spot there where you feel your breath the most. And follow your breath. And notice how you are breathing through that point. Nice and calm, nice and slow. Notice the quality of your breath. Notice the colder air flowing in and warmer air flowing out. Calm, deep breaths. Very good. Now we're going to relax even more. In order to get to that scene, to that experience we want to experience, we need to relax even more. I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And with every count and with every breath, you will feel more and more relaxed. The muscles in your body will be more and more relaxed. All the way into that perfect relaxation state for you. So I'm going to count from 1 to 5. And with every breath and with every count, your body will be more and more relaxed. Your muscles will be more and more relaxed. All the way into a deep relaxing state that is just perfect for you. 1. On your next out breath, lower your shoulders even more. 2. Feel how even more of your muscles relax. 3. Your body getting heavier and heavier. And 4. You go deeper and deeper into that relaxing state. And 5. You are there, totally relaxed. Perfect state for you. You feel the weight of your body on the cushion or in the chair. Just totally relaxed. Very good. Now, can you become present behind your eyes? Can you put your focus behind your eyes? Sense that space right behind your eyes. A nice way of doing that is just trying to look through your eyes while they are closed. It will bring you right behind your eyes. Just look at all that blackness as you have your eyes closed. Just notice the blackness. Can you sense how far that blackness goes? Keep your eyes closed and just try to look ahead. There's nothing there, just blackness. And how far can you go? How far does it reach? Just become more aware of that blackness, that endless space. You are there in endless space. Try to go further and further out with your awareness into that space, into that blackness of space. Can you become aware that in this space, that you are pure awareness? Can you become aware that you are pure awareness? Here in this space, you are nobody. You are nothing. You are not a man, you are not a woman. Just pure awareness. Now, can you imagine that in that space, in front of you, there is a door materializing right in front of you, a few meters away. And just notice the door. What color does it have? What material is it made of? Is it an automatic door? Is it a good old-fashioned door that you have to open by hand? Just observe that door. And you know that behind that door is that experience, that scene, that situation in your future that you are going to experience in a different way, where you go and do things differently. Think about that situation. That situation you're a little bit worried about, a little bit anxious for. situation you find important, and you want to go through that situation as good as possible. And as you walk slowly towards that door, I want you to think about how you would behave, how you would talk, how you would like to be in that situation. So what is your state of being in that situation? How do you want to handle that? And as you get closer and closer to that door, you notice yourself starting to walk like that person that is going to handle the situation perfectly. You already know what you're going to say in that situation, what you're going to do, how you're going to react. Closer and closer you get to that door. You become more and more that person that will handle that situation perfectly fine. And when you are there, right at that door, you step inside that door. You open it and step inside as that person you need to be to go through that situation, to experience that experience. And as you have walked through that door, notice your surroundings. What do you see? Who do you see? Just look around. Become familiar with that scene. Are there any people there? How many people are there? Do you know them? You don't have to talk to anyone right now. Just observe. Just get a sense of that space, that area you are in. And just know that at any time you can walk back through that door. But right now, just stay and look around. And get more and more into that scene. Keep breathing calm, slow. Maybe it's very enjoyable there. And as you walk into that scene as that different person, as your new person, new version of yourself, do you notice people reacting differently to you? Maybe they're looking at you and thinking, wow, what has she done? Or what has he done? Just for a few minutes, I will let you walk into that scene, walk around. Maybe you want to sit down, whatever it is where you are. And when you feel ready, I want you to start doing what your intention was of doing in that situation. So if it's a presentation you are worried about, you can now go on that stage Do that presentation perfectly fine and notice the reaction of the audience. If it's that relative you rather don't want anything to do with, see yourself meeting that relative, talking to that relative, not being bothered by how he or she behaves. And notice the reaction of that relative. Or anything else you want to experience in a different way, just do that right now. And I want you to make it as real as possible for you. And not only see it, but also feel it. Be that person in that scene. Experience it with all your senses, as good as possible. Fill your whole body with those feelings. The feelings you have as that new version of yourself that is handling that situation perfectly fine. Just give your body and your mind a taste of the future. I'm going to let you be there 2 more minutes. Really go for it. Be that version of yourself that handles that situation you are in right now perfectly fine. Very good. Now it's time to leave that scene. Look around and get back to that door. Maybe you want to say goodbye to the people around you. Maybe you want to finish that presentation. Just fast forward to the end. And get back to that door, that portal, and go through it. And again become aware of the space behind your eyes. Become present behind your eyes after you walk through that door. And again, it's easiest to try to look through your closed eyes. That's when you are present behind your eyes. Very good. Now in a moment I'm going to count from 5 to 1. With every count and with every breath, you will feel more energized, more awake. You feel happy, still relaxed, in an energized, energetic way. So I will count from 5 to 1, and with every count and with every breath, you will feel more and more awake and more present in the room and more energized. 5, 4, becoming more awake, and you notice the room you are in. And 3, become more aware of any sounds in the room you are in as you get more and more awake, feeling more energized, feeling more of your body, feeling the energy in your body. And 3, feeling more awake. And take a nice inhale. And as you exhale, start to move your body slowly back and forth and from side to side. And 2, you're almost totally awake and back into our 3D reality. And 1, and you are totally awake, back in the room, back with our group. Notice how you feel. And when you are ready, you can open your eyes. Just get acquainted with the room you were in. You can type back in the chat if you are back. So I hope you like this session. What we did is not that uncommon. A lot of athletes, for example, people that do sports, they do visualizations and make it very real for them, just to prepare for a game. So it's not that different. Of course, they use slightly different techniques. This is just wrapped into a nice adventure, but the aim is the same. So, and what they do is they prepare themselves, they prepare their mind and body for that experience. And you did that now as well. You prepared yourself for that experience. Oh, thank you, Nia. Thank you, everyone on Instagram, for joining. Glad you liked it. So that's what we did. And now we did it in the form of deep, relaxing meditation and an intense visualization. But in the heart brain coherence technique that we do every Monday at the same time, we can do a bit of the same as well. And actually, you can, if you do that heart brain coherence in the morning and you breathe through your heart and you create those feelings of gratitude, joy, appreciation, you can just as well create that personality you need to be do that during that day. So if I have a meeting, for example, with my work, I'm really not looking forward to it. Instead of focusing on that, I'm going to feel how it is. Something funny will happen during that meeting. Having a little laugh, for example, or I focus on that one colleague that I hope that is so funny, that is gives such good comments and is so helpful, and kind of get the positive situations from a meeting and experience that up front. And it's funny if you do that and if you become good at it, you will notice that those fun things happen as well, that the meeting becomes much more pleasant. Or today I had a long presentation. I had to show something on Skype to a lot of people. to my bosses and managers, etc. And I was a bit nervous. Uh, so I got up, sat in bed, I did my heart brain coherence meditation, and I made a joke during that meditation, when I visualized the presentation I was doing. And actually it became a very, very good presentation. And the presentation and demonstration was so good that my managers asked me to do it again next week for another group. So there you go. And you can say, you just got lucky. But when you do this technique every morning, every day, and you stop with it, for example, and you see the difference, then you notice that, oh, I can change my future. So I hope you did that today as well, that you change your future and that you will go into that situation in your future as a different person with a different energy and will experience that experience you're not looking forward to as actually a very rewarding one. Okay, my Instagram is constantly going on black, so I have to tap the screen always. So that means that it's time to say goodbye, I guess. So I want to wish you a wonderful rest of your day, evening, and week. And I hope to see you back on Monday for our Heart Brain Coherence sessions, or maybe Wednesday next week or another Astral Journey, or something else, or energy work. We'll see. If you have suggestions, if you want to ask something, just contact me. Okay? No worries. Okay. Have a wonderful rest of your day and evening. Namaste, everyone. Be safe.